So Rock Jr. going to make their way out. Matias Ramirez coming off a solid run in heat number 1. Inside row 1 will be Ramirez. Ryan Norberg to the outside. David Malukas in the number 79 starting 3rd. Jimmy Cabrera 4th. Luis Jose Fortiza starting 5th. Mayo Livingston in the 246 starting 6th. Luis Fernandez starting 7th in the 79. Theo Chick in the 256 will start 8th. Jacobo Delano will start in the 9th spot. Seve De Pinto in the 14th starting 10th. Alex Sullivan in the 19th starting in the 12th position, starting 13th to 0-1. Vincenzo Saraceno. Christian Munez in the 292 starting 14th. Nick Sanchez in the 88X starting 15th. Sasha Braunwebo starting 16th. Henry Brass in the 77X scheduled out in the 17th spot. This will be heat number 2. Heat number 1, Ramirez was your winner. Ramirez coming out of the gate really got down to turn number 1. Once he got up front, it was hard to catch, and he went wire to wire. Ryan Norberg finishing 2nd. David Malukas finishing 3rd. Mayo Livingston 4th. And Luis Jose Fortiza picking up that 5th spot in heat number 1. And your top 5 in the Rock Junior points coming into race weekend number 4. It is Luis Jose Fortiza in the 271. And it's been a solid run for Fortiza coming in this weekend as your points leader. Ramirez 2nd, Norberg 3rd, Bellinger and Saraceno your top 5 in the point standings. But again, Ramirez very solid in heat number 1. It's been a good start for Ramirez. Going back a month ago in Jacksonville, Fortiza scoring the win in the final. Ramirez 2nd, Norberg 3rd. Seve De Pinto had it going there, finished 4th. And Bellinger top 5. Back in the month of June. Almost that's a little more than a month ago, but back in the month of June. That's how they finished out there at Jacksonville. So drivers going to make their way out. Rock Jr. This will be 14 laps. Rock Senior and Masters. You're on grid, followed by shifters. So we'll see if Matias Ramirez can keep it rolling. Was very solid. That kart did not miss a beat in heat number 1. Crossed the line over Ryan Norberg by 3.1 seconds in heat number 1. So row number 1 at a solid qualifying from earlier this morning with Ramirez. Ramirez qualified with a 37.438. His best lap time in heat number 1 was a 37.620. So obviously, Ramirez has been pretty well consistent, pretty well dialed in. So Ramirez and Norberg, row number 1. And Ramirez went wire to wire in heat number 1, got out to that early jump. There's Matias trying to get himself up to that top spot. Fellas, give him a little bit of room. There's Matias, now gets around traffic. Will slide into the inside row number 1. Yeah, we talked about Ramirez with a lot of laps here at the Ocala Grand Prix on a Tony kart. He's got this place dialed in. Can he keep the momentum going? Came up a little bit short up there in that final in Jacksonville. Can he get it rolling here this weekend? And expected to see him put on a good performance. Ryan going to look him over. He's going to show him green. We're underway. Ramirez hugging that inside. He's going to stay there as they come off of turn number 1. Ramirez will hang on as they come through the chicane. And again, that's where that problem is Ramirez, he gets up front. He's so hard to bring in. And Matias gets up into that early lead. Ryan Norberg going to drop back a couple spots. He'll find himself quickly back to 4th. So now where Ryan Norberg wanted to get started. Not a very good start for Ryan Norberg. And Norberg had a great run in heat number 1, finished 2nd. So Malukas now will move up into that 2nd place position. And David making his first start here with Rock Cup USA. Been watching this young man drive for quite a while. Very talented driver. Watched him pretty much around the country. And he's a good one right now with his hands full holding on the 2nd as they'll come through that tree turn. So David running 2nd as they come off the tree turn. That'll be Jimmy Cabrera. Jimmy off to a good start. And Jimmy now slides into that 3rd place position, and he's got Norberg in behind him. And then it's Mayo Livingston in the 246. But again, Ramirez, just what the doctor ordered. Again, I've watched Ramirez, and you see him, once he gets up front, it is almost impossible to reel this kid in. And they continue to shuffle around behind him, not helping him out at all, as Norberg will get up in around a 3rd. So Ryan Norberg, again, he started 2nd, has got one of those spots back. Malukas now dropping back into that 4th place position as they come off the oval. That's Jimmy Cabrera now 2nd, Norberg 3rd, Lucas running 4th, 5th it'll be your points leader. Luis Jose Fortiza sits back in the 5th spot. You remember, Luis finished 5th in heat number 1. Ramirez, lap number 3, 3 laps complete, just turned a 37.973. Again, the times are kind of a little bit slower here as we work our way through the mid part of the day. Obviously, temperatures right in the mid to upper 90s. You expect to see a little bit of a slower time here as the track, no doubt about it, has heated up quite a bit. Yeah, the 79. Lucas continue to be under the gun as they work through that chicane. Ramirez right now 2.4 second lead over the 81 of Cabrera as they come to the top of that hairpin turn. Again, you continue to watch Ramirez. I've watched a lot of laps on Matias, and boy, once this kid gets up front, home track, going to be hard to beat here this weekend. And he's going for 2 for 2 as Ramirez heads to the top of the oval. And he'll head down the front stretch. 5 laps complete this time by Ramirez, 37.867. He's going to make it tough on the rest of the guys behind him, as Cabrera now drops to 2.7 seconds behind your leader. Again, the battle 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, all the way back to about the 8th, 9th position. That'll be the 81 of Cabrera holding on to 2nd. He's got Ryan Norberg on his heels through the tree turn, and he'll snatch it away. And you see Ryan Norberg patting, pointing to the front. He said, let's go. See if he can get Jimmy to hook up with him and get some momentum going, get some drafting going. Because right now, fellas, you're 3.4 seconds behind your leader. And Ramirez just turned a 37.813. Gonna need a lot more than that as Ramirez starting to check out. Remember, in heat number 1, Ramirez crossed the line 3.1 seconds ahead of Norberg. And right now, he's 3.4 here at the just about at the halfway point. Next time by, it'll be 7 down, 7 to go. And Ramirez, nice run off the top of the oval. There's Ramirez, 7 in, 7 to go. He's your one and only leader for Matias Ramirez. Norberg running 2nd, Cabrera running 3rd. Malukas running 4th. 5th, it'll be Fortiza. Boy, 5th has been a trouble spot there for Fortiza. Cannot gain any ground. Fernandez running in the 6th spot. Chick running 7th. Livingston running 8th. Saraceno running 9th. 10th, it'll be Sullivan. 11th, it'll be Munez. 12th, it'll be Bellinger. Galeano will be in the 13th spot. Seve de Pinto, 14th. Boy, not seeing a lot out of Seve. 15th, it'll be Sanchez. 16th, it'll be Branwibo. 17th, it'll be Brass. But 8 laps in, Ramirez continued to get quicker. 37.739 for Ramirez. So Matias making it look easy. You come to my playground, fellas, you better be ready because right now Ramirez holds a 3.9 second advantage over Norberg. And Ryan getting a little separation now from him and Jimmy Cabrera as they come off the tree turn. The rest of your traffic stretching out, 9 laps complete this time by. For the 251 of Matias Ramirez. And Fortiza going to go to work now, looking to get that 4th spot away. And Fortiza coming in this weekend as your points leader, coming off a win at Jacksonville in race weekend number 3. But up front, Ramirez in a different time zone now as he exits off the tree turn. Hitting those marks, cruising right along. As I said, this kid's got a ton of laps here at the Ocala Grand Prix, and he's got it dialed in. Very good little driver as Ramirez crosses the line. 10 in, 4 to go. The rest of your traffic are really stretching out. And your points leader, Fortiza, currently being scored 4th. Fortiza, 6.2 seconds behind your leader. Going through the field, Norberg holding on to 2nd. He's 4.3 seconds behind Ramirez. Cabrera running 3rd, 5 seconds behind your leader. Fortiza now being scored 4th, 6.2 seconds behind your leader. Malukas now running 5th. David, 6.5 seconds behind Ramirez as Ramirez shoots down into turn number 1. 11 laps complete this time by. Ryan Norberg, boy, Ryan's just about a full second in between him and the 81 of Cabrera. So traffic stretching out. Ramirez, lap number 11, no big surprise. Just rolled out a 37.682 for Ramirez. Ramirez, 4.5 second lead now over Ryan Norberg. Got to be frustrating for Ryan Norberg, and I think hurt him early on. As Norberg started outside of row number 1, he got shuffled back and had to fight himself back up there to that 2nd position. So final 2 circuits to go for Ramirez. Heads off the chicane with a 4.6 second advantage. Matias Ramirez. Been a good weekend so far for the Ramirez family. Matias doing an outstanding job looking for his 2nd straight heat win. Gabby Ramirez has been in the top 3 in her heat race so far and done an outstanding job for her. Now Ramirez comes down the front stretch. 1 to go. There it is. White flag, final circuit to go. There's Norberg across the line. Cabrera will pick up that 3rd spot as he heads down into turn number 1. So final circuit for Matias Ramirez. Seve Pinto digging hard in the back of the field. He's got himself back up into 13th. Seve, little work to do as he gets set for heat number 3 on Sunday. So here he comes looking to go wire to wire. 2nd straight heat win of the day. He'll exit off the top of the oval, comes down the front straightaway. Here is heat number 2 winner in your Rock Jr. goes to the 251 of Matias Ramirez. So a solid run for Ramirez. Norberg will come home 2nd. Jimmy Cabrera comes home 3rd. Lucas will pick up 3rd. Theo Chick, a solid run for Theo Chick. A top 5 finish for Theo Chick. Keep an eye on Theo Chick. Again, finished 7th at heat number 1. Has picked up 2 spots here. That could be a driver you want to watch for over the weekend. Top 5 finish in heat number 2 for Theo Chick.